which, not, it's not this weekend, is it?
No, it's the
18th.
18th. Yeah,
18, that's what I thought. You said,
yeah.
when you said
So
Saturday, I
I'm
meant
I'm
this
I'm
Sunday.
on the Empowered Living. No, that's that. United We Stand with Richard Brooke from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Okay.
And so, and I've yeah. Okay. Anyways, regardless, you guys are stand-up citizens. You can carry the message. I just had some thoughts about it. Did the notes that um, I just forwarded you the notes that I got from Jeff as he was asking, and uh, I sent them to you guys. So one of the things, well, he basically wants 30 minutes, 40 minutes of content.
Okay.
And that 30 to 40 minutes, 35 to 40 minutes of content, it can be a panel, interviews, testimonials, ideas for living it, the five principles. Um, so, I mean, pretty much that's what he wants, 35 minutes of content. Um, when I did my call with the Latin Americans and we asked those three questions of everybody, each person took almost 10 minutes. They were supposed to take five.
Yeah, that happens.
But
I like those questions. They are very relevant, in my opinion, for
Mhm.
us who's been around NICAN for a while. I really do.
I agree. And so if you were a guest, you would definitely be impressed by this. But to give Niken what they're looking for, they want this in the context of the five principles of wellness. So if everybody were to focus, let's say, for instance, describe the moment you knew you needed to do this business and why. Everybody has their own story. Um, there might be one of each of the principles.
Yeah.
So um, I guess let's identify the principles: mind, but mind, body, or vitality is the one they're using. Vitality, mind, body, vitality, family, or is it
Relationships.
Relationship.
relationships, right? And then giving or service. What is it?
Society, is it, well, is it service?
Uh,
Uh,
serve others. Service. Yeah, let's.
um, what is it?
Make a contribution and serve others.
Okay.
Contribution, service, serve. And then the last one is diversification. Now, does anyone have um, mind as the reason? When there was something about this, when the moment you knew you needed to do this business and why. Lynn?
Yes, I talked to that about that before. I was introduced to NICAN, and then when I talk about you speaking at that event in white suit, is my family was in a very difficult position because we were close to bankruptcy. And I knew that being around those people like Nikan Group was what's all that was on my mind during that time. I was not looking for products. I was not looking for business. I was just fitting into that community to uplift me from a very difficult time. And it did.
Good.
You can expand on that, obviously. But okay, that's good. Let's say Lynn is mind. Um, does anybody have relationships?
As the primary reason for becoming part of NICAD?
Okay, we'll skip that. Primary reason to serve, to contribute.
That's secondary to me. I think a lot of us, for me, it was the vitality and making a
Vitality.
difference. Vitality and contribution would be my two.
Vitality and contribution, Maggie. Okay. Who came in for diversify income
I
as a
did.
primary? Marissa?
Marissa, great.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can answer that question. Describe the moment you knew you needed to do this business and why.
The one I
From
knew,
that,
yeah, from the income perspective.
Yeah.
yeah, from the fund diversify income perspective.
Well, I knew because, well, I've been in my industry for over 18 years and I'm not where I should be. And after 18 years of working with financial institutions and with with clients and with all the competition, it's a cutthroat industry. So everyone is either backstabbing and taking away your business or getting the lower rate, and then you're left with nothing and you're doing all this work for nothing. So where I see the reason why I went join NECAN is because I'm in the meetings and I see the financial freedom, and there's no cutthroat, there's no stabbing, there's no stabbing in the back, there's no one, you're not in competition. Everyone is a community and they're all there to help you to get to the goal that you want to be at.
So
So
can you
good.
describe it though as a moment? The moment I knew.
The moment
So think
yep,
about that.
okay, I will.
Mhm.
Um,
Diversifying income with integrity, right, Marissa?
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
Does anybody have relationships, family, something to do with that?
It was part of mine, but not the main one. How about you,
Okay,
Paula?
so we need something. We need to get this
Relationships.
across, right?
Hmm.
I mean,
Are you muted?
If
okay,
that's
wait. I have the answer to this. Describe one thing you've been able to do as a result of your
yeah,
success that makes the effort so worthwhile.
that's
Everybody's
great.
going to land on something to do with contribution or family, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
So if you just went with these three questions,
Hmm.
maybe whoever's the moderator, Maggie, you could probably.
I like that one, Mike.
Whoever is the moderator, Maggie. Yeah.
We didn't hear that, Maggie.
I'm honored to accept that honor.
So maybe what you do is you just create a context for the conversation
Yeah,
and then interview everyone.
yeah.
These three questions.
And I don't think they have to be so separate. I don't think one person has to talk about one thing.
How do you mean?
Well, if I ask the question and Marissa, for instance, says the moment she knew she needed to do this was to diversify her income with integrity and to have more quality time with her family. I mean, she can put two in
Hmm.
and they can
Oh
overlap.
yeah, no, sure. It doesn't have to be just the one thing, but
Yeah,
but yeah, I agree.
as
Um,
long as we cover all five.
so this creates motivation. Let's see. Content from Power Living. It is 35, 40 minutes of time. It can be a panel, interviews, testimonies, ideas for living the five principles.
Mhm.
Okay, so
I think ideas are too dry. I think it needs to be on the
personal stories.
court.
At the end of the
Stories.
day,
Yeah.
that 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 call that we had just flew. And as a moderator, Maggie, you might find interludes. You might find connecting ideas, things
Yeah.
like that.
I like that.
So So if Maggie was moderator and each of you, one, two, three, four, five of you went, 5 times 5 is 25, 5 times 10 is 50. So you got to get it under 10 minutes. So I'm going to say 5 sevens
And I know
35, seven.
Michelle stepped up to the plate right away. She's in
So we got
transit right
Michelle
She was going
too.
to do the society thing, the
Oh,
relationship. They're not, sorry, the
service, contribution,
service. Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah.
because
Okay.
I recall.
So then it's
Hmm.
6 of you and you keep it to 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Done. With the introductions, the interlude, whatever. If you each keep it to 5 minutes, and Maggie, you can keep score on the timing of it,
Yeah.
then I think you're going to give everybody a really robust presentation.
Yeah.
And the last question of this is the one that really, really lights the channel. It's when you describe, and this is important, Maggie, when you ask the question, you're going to ask it the same way for everybody. Just say, you're going to describe one thing. Now, there's many things, and see what I'm saying? There's many things I'm sure that Nikan has done to make a difference in your life, that makes the effort worthwhile. But I want you to think about one thing. Just describe one thing that you've been able to do as a result of your success that makes the effort so worthwhile.
For example,
And
Mike?
oh, Paula, you have to think about that. It's not my
No,
example, it's your story.
But is it just like maybe a sense of fulfillment or?
Describe one thing you've been able to do as a result of your success that makes the effort so worthwhile. So, what are you able to do that you otherwise would not have been able to do if you were not involved with Nikan?
And that brings you that sense of fulfillment. I think it's part of it. It's the underlying thing, Paula. But can you think of things that you weren't able to do before Nikan that you can now?
No, I've
One
always
thing.
done whatever I've been able to, I've always done whatever I've wanted to do. So like,
So, you'll have to give some thought to that.
Yeah.
What one thing you've been able to do as a result of your success that makes the effort worthwhile?
Leo, we haven't heard from you.
He's muted.
I just listen.
Well, we want you
My-
to be part of this.
My fourth Zoom today,
Yeah. It's my fourth as well. I get it.
and I had another one with EI tonight. I
Yeah.
really don't understand how he works. EI,
The AI, right?
very challenge for me for the EI.
Mhm.
Very big challenge because
It
I
should
don't
be really
understand.
simple for you because you do social media all the time.
Yeah, I know, but
You're not connecting the dots because it's actually very simple.
If I
Once you
can do
get
it, Leo,
once
you
you get
can
it
do
on your phone or on your laptop, then it's pretty. You can do a post in any of the platforms, any of the social media ones, whatever you're connected to. It can create one for you. It's really
I
here.
follow the training tonight.
Yes.
Yeah,
After the
yeah.
training, I think you'll see, Leo, that it applies.
Apply, and after you recorded, I listen tomorrow with the
Yeah.
French title. That's what I do this afternoon, Mike. I listen the video on Monday with the French and
With the
French
subtitles. Cool.
subtitle. Yes.
So I just logged in.
Okay.
Okay. So one of the things I like to save time is, see this button says surprise
Surprise
me.
Surprise me.
So I click this and it's going to create a post because it knows me.
Oh,
Yeah.
So keep current selection. Just keep current selection. So it's generating a post and there it is. It just created a post. There's something incredibly freeing about diving into a personal development book and discovering new perspectives. What's a book that's impacted your life recently or inspired you in some way? Let's share our, what does it say? Let's share our reading lists and see where our journeys align. And it's got hashtag personal growth, hashtag book recommendations, and it even chose a picture for me.
oh, wow.
Now, that picture, that's not me. That's not, I wouldn't use that. So I click change image and it's going to give me another image. And if I still don't like it, I'm just going to choose my own. So,
But you can't upload your own except on the computer.
I mean,
I've asked them several questions.
and the pictures that it's choosing is based on what I wrote in my profile. So it knows a little bit about me. But I think it thinks I'm a girl.
I saw a hair curler, Mike.
I think it thinks I'm a girl.
I think
yeah,
it thinks
sure, he's
everybody's a
hair
girl
curled.
because of Niken's input. Yeah.
I
Whatever.
asked
Okay,
it for
so
a
let's say
picture of
this
a
is
notebook the other day, and it kept showing me these smartphones, and
Yeah.
laptops and things. I'm going like, no, paper notebook.
Yeah. You have to train it for sure.
so
Still
let's-
didn't get it.
add.
So is the focus on the call for everybody to answer all three questions?
Yes. Yeah. So let me finish this. So Leo, I'm going to put Facebook. So I'm going to post it on Facebook. Click on that and then down at the bottom, post. So now it's grabbed it. So it's on my phone. It grabbed it. Now it opened up my Facebook. And where it says what's on your mind, I'm going to paste. I'm going to click paste.
And it's done.
And there it is, paste. And it pasted it into my page. Now, if I want the photo, I have to select photo. Like in Facebook, you got to add a photo. So I'm going to add the photo. And what happens is the photo that they loaded up is going to be here, but I've got my settings so that I control pictures. So I'm like, I don't like that picture, so I'm going to choose one of my own. I'll just scroll through my pictures or find a picture, or whatever, and I'll add my picture to the post. Let's just say this one.
Something
Next.
with Bob Proctor.
Whatever, yeah. So I just added this just to show you. And so now I click that and it's sent out. So now what it does is it creates a steady flow of posts in all the different platforms you're gonna use. The same post. If I clicked Instagram, it would reorganize the post to fit in Instagram.
Okay.
Now let's say somebody responds, comments on my post. All I have to do is take a photograph of that person's, like, let's say it's a profile. So I click on them and it opens up their Facebook profile. All I have to do is take a photo of their Facebook profile, upload it, and the AI will add them to my contacts, go and find in the universe, who is this person? What does this person like? How do they think, et cetera, and compose a text message just for that person
Oh, wow.
that I
That
can
part is
send,
great.
that's very specific to that person. And
Wow.
it gives, and now they're in my contact list, and now I can keep that dialogue going. So it gives me the ability to create contacts, and then to turn those contacts into relationships, and then to turn those relationships into action. It's a really great tool.
Wow.
So anyways, are we on this? Are you guys good with that? So
Yes.
Yeah.
the questions you have, you might want to think of those answers, but you want to be spontaneous as well.
Mhm.
And Maggie, how do you want to round it up? Maybe just wrap it up with something.
I won't know till I've heard everything, actually.
You need to know a little bit about the people you're introducing, because you're going to do like a 30-second
Right.
bio. So
Right.
everybody submit a bio to Maggie.
Okay.
That way they know who you are, your connection to Nikan, or your background. Um, then you ask these questions, you moderate, and then at the end, I don't know how to wrap it up before passing it back to Jeff. I would go back to the principles. I would go back to, you might want to have that image on your screen, share your screen and have that one that one image of the principles.
Five principles. Okay.
Yeah. And just, I don't know. I mean, one of the things he said was,
Hi, Bella. We're talking about the group
You.
involvement in the empowered living.
Okay. I gathered that.
Yeah. And Maureen was talking about you.
I was, yeah.
She's like that sometimes.
ideas for living. I don't know. Ideas is a little bit flat. Um, I just think the stories are enough.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. Yeah. And just say, maybe the thing is, every Nikan journey began with a story, began with somebody making a decision, something that they saw or heard, and they knew that they had to do this as a business, or they had to have these products in their life.
Yeah.
So Mike, with each 5 minutes, do we go through the questions, or is it
Yes,
everybody?
and Maggie will ask each of you each question, each of the
Okay.
3 questions. You'll go from person to person to person to person, completing the 3 questions per person, because that way you can stay in the same train of thought, and it tells your story.
So just to clarify, like question 1 all the way around the panel, then
No.
question 2. Okay,
Vertical.
gotcha. Vertical, gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that way I think it's easier that way. That way you can focus.
Mhm.
It keeps you on your train of thought, and it allows the story to unfold, tells the story. People get to connect with you. If it's bouncing all around, they don't actually connect with you, and we need that. We want them to connect with you.
Makes sense.
More fluent.
It'll be good. It'll be simple.
It'll be great.
Yeah, because it's not a preparation of a kind. It's really about sharing your perspective.
And Paula, something you might want to think about is, what has Nikan allowed you to offer to others or to do that you couldn't have done without Nikan? Because although you get to do whatever you want, what is it about Nikan uniquely that has given you another possibility? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I've only just recently got serious about the business. Before it was just, putting a Band-Aid on somebody's owie. And, I never intended to do this as a business. I'm frugal. I wanted it cheaper. So I
Yeah, I
signed up
get
to
that.
buy wholesale.
I get
Okay.
that. You won't say that on
Um,
the call, however.
No, but the thing is, after just sharing my experiences with people and Nikan sending me a check every month for about 4 months, that's when I decided, well, maybe there is a business here.
Okay.
You know,
So what is that business brought into your life that you couldn't have had without it? Because you didn't, what I'm hearing you say is you didn't need the money from the business. You didn't need the business for doing what you want in your life. You just wanted to get some products for yourself at wholesale. And it got away on you.
originally, yes. And the thing is, I didn't have a lot of customers, so I didn't make a lot of money. But it wasn't about the money for me. It was being able to help somebody.
Okay,
Okay,
so that's
don't
the
add
key.
that. Don't add that to your testimony.
No,
Never
but
add. I'm just saying, because I get all kinds of shit on calls that I gotta remind people, use your brains.
yeah.
There's prospects on the call. You never talk down. You never talk negative. You never talk, like it's always the good. It's always the
Yeah.
positive. It's always,
Yeah, no, I
yeah.
understand that, but you know,
And why doesn't Nikin make this product anymore? I log in the limit. It's like,
Oh,
oh
yeah.
Oh
well,
my God.
I could
That's
reach through this. If
Darcy.
I could reach through that Zoom.
Yeah.
It wasn't on the Zoom, it was on the floor consulting.
It was
Yeah, on the
both. It
chat.
happens on Zoom and there, yeah.
Same thing. And it's like there's just no self-awareness. It's like,
Yeah.
hello, there are people here that don't give a shit about your personal issue. Like, hello.
And cookware, who even knows about cookware unless they've been in the business for
But
25
Like
you know
30
what?
years.
What cookware?
Yeah, exactly,
Exactly.
Bela. What cookware? I still
I
use
just
it.
kinda-
People are just not
I used it
aware.
tonight. I still use it too.
Me too, every
I
day.
just look at the few words and I'm like, yeah, no.
Yeah,
Next.
right.
Oh my God. Oh my
Yeah.
God. And I hate
So
to
I
remind
watched
people
every
what
one of
that
those
term.
videos that you posted today, Michael.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I like one of them was the first one that I was ever on 11
Oh,
months ago. Yeah. And the about the sleep system and
right.
the doctor was on it. What was his name? Jack or something. Anyway,
Yes.
doesn't matter.
Yeah,
And
Dr.
and
John
I was,
Jackson.
John Jackson.
you know, it blew me away today just as much as it did then 11 months ago that
Mhm.
wow, look at this testimonial. This is a medical doctor, you know, saying what the sleep system changed his life completely because his career path just vanished into Nikan.
didn't matter that he was a doctor. So that blew me away again.
So
But I
I'm going to
watched them
give
all.
Jeff a heads up. I'll let him know that you're moderating, Maggie, and what the questions will be.
And that we will touch on all 5 principles during those questions
Yes.
as a
Okay,
vehicle.
so we're
yes.
not dividing up the principles.
No,
No,
the questions are the vehicle to bring in the principles.
exactly. Exactly. And Maggie, if you see there's something that needs to be
A
filled in, you
gap,
just,
yeah.
yeah.
Maggie's very good at that.
Thank you, Bella. And Leo, I will be calling on you unless you throw your arms up in the air and say, Arrête-toi! Ce n'est pas moi qui vais parler comme ça, okay?
Well, that's not going to happen because Leo is le meilleur,
MVP?
non, le
Non,
meilleur
meilleur.
en français.
Oui. Le premier diamant royal en Québec. Oh, oui.
Yeah.
That's
Leo,
right.
look how privileged you are. Deacon is keeping French just because of you. You got to be so important. You are so important to us. You're keeping the French going.
And Leo, every time at the convention when they rolled out something in Spanish, I would say, and French?
Yeah,
She did.
I see you this afternoon at midday.
Even today on the call, I
Yeah,
said to
yeah.
Ali, and French? With a big smile.
Wellness treat.
Yeah. Yeah, so that will come. Okay, so Leo,
I'm so busy to sponsor some people. Probably 4 more this month.
all right,
Wow.
that's the way to keep it
Fantastic.
going.
Awesome.
Leo, when am I coming to Quebec?
I grow the group, I build again. But I have a sponsor one last month, Tuesday, and she's a good one. It's coming. Already signed up, but just today and yesterday, I have probably 4 more for this month.
Okay, sounds like a great opportunity for a face-to-face meeting.
And two want to be a silver this month. I work with that.
Okay.
Karen, you don't know Karen. I invited Karen last two Monday ago.
Mhm.
She don't speak very well English, but this Monday, the next Monday, who I signed it last Tuesday, she's perfectly bilingual, and I already invited her for the next Monday.
Okay. Well, definitely keep me in the loop. Like, I'm doing a lot of ABC calls now. That's back in the game of ABC calls, which is my favorite thing to do.
I have a 3 young woman. She's from Haiti, and I met her in a restaurant. A very young woman, but I said she read a big book of it. What you study for nurse? All the trees for nurse, be a nurse, and I began the conversation with them. Blah, 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 blah. And I asked my 2 questions, magic question, and all 3 said yes. Me, okay.
Great.
My
So,
friend
and
video, sing, and
Yeah, what I hear
she very-
Michael saying is, Leo, what I hear Michael saying is bring him in as that ABC, even if they don't speak English that well, you can help translate on a 3-way call
Yeah.
because that has such power and leverage. You're great and nobody can duplicate you, but they can duplicate doing a 3-way conversation.
all 3 women, that one question I asked them, do you speak English? Yes, okay, that's fine.
Perfect.
Look the video if you're very, very serious, because she's young.
Mm-hmm.
If you're very, very serious about my business, I met you, my coach from Toronto,
Good,
at
good.
Thursday night.
Good.
I just
Look at this. Well, it doesn't have to be just Thursday night. We can
Yeah.
schedule something else. But
Yeah.
here, this is on a recording I reviewed today. The wellness industry is slated to hit $9 trillion by 2027. $9 trillion.
We are
So
on the right train.
Okay. Hey, listen to this. The new wellness seeker, which they refer to it as a wellness seeker, Gen Z and millennials are the
Yep.
engine of this market, prioritizing wellness, responsible for 41% of the spending.
Yep.
Wow.
It's the first generation that's prioritized wellness.
Mhm,
Over toys.
mhm,
Yeah.
Let's see. The new
Over
wellness seeker,
mind-numbing things.
they're digitally engaged and experimental. They values authenticity and transparency, seeks personalized solutions, driven by unmet needs, bracket, mental and gut health,
mhm.
Wow.
proactive and goal oriented, and they're more than willing to invest in it.
Michael, what did you say? 9 trillion?
Yep.
9
9
trillion.
trillion.
Wow.
The new wellness seeker, they're digitally engaged. Oh, I got that. Next
Where are you
piece
reading
was
this?
Where's that
a
article from,
presentation I
Michael?
screen captured. It's
Oh,
not an article, it's a
oh.
presentation.
Mhm,
Let's see, it says they're digital natives, they're open to experimenting, they demand authenticity,
I
no
love that.
fluff.
Digital natives.
They're not looking for some one size fits all pill. They
Good.
want personalized solutions for very specific things,
Mm-hmm.
especially around mental health and gut health. They're proactive, they're in the driver's seat of their own wellness journey.
Hmm.
Fantastic.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Because
And
when we had our big growth in the 90s, it was really the early adopters who were, most of us were, no, you were young, but most of us were in our 40s, 30s or 40s or 50s. And, now it's the younger generation, which is absolutely delightful because if we when we have a cohort that of that age group, that's going to change everything in the industry.
mhm,
here's an interesting thing that I just read through this. One of the points that they make is there's one of the challenge facing people in the wellness industry is credibility,
Mm.
because there's so much information and
Yeah.
misinformation and
Yeah.
disinformation
Yeah.
Yes.
and
For
and
sure.
claims
Yeah.
that are unregulated or claims that are unsubstantiated. So to overcome that, here's what's interesting about that. I'm projecting our age is actually very helpful, because we're of the age where we don't put up with bullshit. And
Mm.
therefore, if we make a claim, if we make a statement, you can pretty much trust it. So we're not trying to pull the wool over anybody's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
mhm,
We're too far down the road to be that kind of person. So I think it actually serves us to be the older generation looking to
For the young.
empower the next generation.
mhm.
This will actually work in our favor based on
Yeah.
this information.
We can also tell people we were early adopters.
We were.
But we're also the living proof that
Yeah.
the
Mm-hmm.
story is not we're not.
Talk about living proof. When you see all these 70, 80, 90-year-olds up dancing in Nashville,
For 3 hours.
and I go to the plaza here and I see everybody hunched over with walkers barely shuffling along, it's a huge difference. It's a huge
It's
difference.
Yeah.
it's so true. And yeah, I mean, that might be one of the comments you make. I can
That's
dance.
that's
I like
funny.
that, Paula. Yeah.
When I used
Michael,
to
I
invite,
know.
sorry.
Sorry, who's
No,
talking
I
there?
was going to
Bela?
say,
Sorry.
I don't go too often to some of the places where people know me, and they said, Lynn, you haven't changed. I have not captured on that yet, Michael, because some of the girls that I hung out with, wow, they're older, and
Yeah.
I'm not capturing that. What do you say?
I
You're not,
find
you
it.
mean you're not capitalizing on it? Is that what you're saying?
Not capitalizing on that.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah. I
I
get that.
say
Well,
thank you, but I'm not going
I
in.
would say, how do you want to look and feel at whatever age?
Yeah.
Well, they're my age, but they're looking much
Oh,
older.
well, and they're not asking what's your secret?
No, they're saying, Lynn, you haven't changed. And
Yeah,
I'm sort of,
do what Uh, did you watch that video that Vance posted of Herb Rapp on the phone at the
Yeah,
convention?
yeah.
And
Oh,
and
yeah.
Herb was on a call, and he was on a call for his
Hot
jacuzzi
tub.
business,
Yeah.
but he just switched straight over into Nika and said you can't, so Herb is very direct about it. He says, I look and feel this way, not a wrinkle on my face, and he jumps up and down and he shows people. It's like, you show me somebody who's 70, whatever it is he is, that can do that. So be vocal about it. Like, just simply show
I
people,
should.
Yeah.
yeah, and say, you could have this. People could have this.
Mm-hmm.
I sit on the
Attribute
floor
it
with my
to.
grandkids. They can't.
I feel like Nikan is reverse engineering me.
Yeah, truly.
Seriously, because
It's
when I
reverse
look at
engineering you. It's
yeah,
reverse
whatever.
engineering.
Because when I look at people my age, I feel that too. And I've only been doing all this stuff, the
Less than a
supplements.
year.
Yeah, less than a year. And the supplements, even less than that, only since May. And I notice a big difference. I notice how quick I am now to think again, like I used to be. And I feel like I'm talking a lot faster because people my age just stare at me when I'm talking.
It's true, eh?
Mm.
One of the things I've noticed, especially as a driver, I like to drive, is how when people get older, their reaction times
Yeah.
get
Close down.
really slow. They're thinking like it's like their brain, it's like a
Mhm.
computer in their brain. It's just like your phone slows down over time. You know how your phone slows down, the battery doesn't work as long.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Exactly what happens to people. Yeah.
Unless,
You can always ask them the question, if you knew you were going to live this long, would you have taken better care of
Yeah,
yourself?
yeah. That really
Mm.
hits home, I find.
yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
question.
yeah.
Yeah. So is everybody ready to rock the house on the Empowered Living call with me?
Well, you'll have to catch me
Absolutely.
up because I did miss. Well, I'll watch the recording.
Yeah.
And
So
Yeah.
Jeff is asking timing, and Maggie, I'm going to suggest he get a hold of you.
Yep.
When is that call?
How long will the panel be?
October 18th.
Whatever, 18th, yeah.
Yeah.
A week
I'm
from
also on that
2 weeks.
Richard Brook call. Is that going to interfere with that? I took the Richard Brook course, Michael, and what's the
Um,
date?
That's like the
It's that
18th.
date, so you might have to skip out for that 30
Oh,
minutes.
okay.
Panel has been identified.
Okay.
Contact Maggie.
Yeah, we can squeeze you in, Lynn, when you show up.
Yeah, I registered for that course.
Okay.
I feel like I live on my computer these days.
I'm with you there, Bella.
And it's a good thing. How many of you are sitting on a Nikan seat right now?
Yes.
With the grounding pad and that little egg for my
Oh, yeah.
back.
Oh, you've got the egg
What is
still
that?
working. That's good.
What?
I've never seen that.
It's
Yeah, we
it's a
don't-
just,
we don't-
yeah, we don't.
That's the past.
Okay.
I haven't used it for a while, but I need it today.
Yeah.
I drove to Aurelia and back tonight, so
Wow.
We all
that was
have
a
our,
long day.
Paula just likes to drive. I think that's all she does.
I just restarted using my mag strides, but I had to cut to the top of the toe because my foot's changed, but they're still working. And I wore them yesterday night for a short walk, and I feel my thighs, so they're still functioning what they're supposed to
the
do.
cardio strides. I keep
The
threatening
cardio
my
strides.
body to put them
I
on.
use them in my pillow. I use them
No, no,
in
the cardio strides, the
No,
big
cardio
No,
strides is
no,
something
them-
different.
She wouldn't
insoles.
know what cardio strides are.
Yeah, I don't know what
That's
those
They're
are.
weighted
Weighted
shoes.
shoes.
So Nikan has over the years brought out stuff that like the kitchen, like the cookware, things like that were very unique and particular at the time. And if they sell, they sell. If they don't, they don't. Usually they go through a curve, and everybody buys, and
Yeah.
then the sales start to trail off, and then they just discontinue and
right. I
bring
mean,
out
you'd never
something
have
else.
to replace that cookware. It's so amazing.
I know it's
Yeah, except for my husband took the Dutch oven, did not realize that it had a battery in it. And
Yeah, I
put
did that to one of my
in the
pans too.
oven.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
but it's still the pens are great, even if you
Yeah.
wreck the technology. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will make
Yeah.
one comment though. Recently, I saw a post that Niken put on Facebook, and there was a little thing at the bottom. What does AI say about this? And
Mhm.
it was very derogatory. And I really wanted to mention that. I don't think there's a way to stop it, but maybe there's a way to mitigate some of the damage it can
That's,
do.
you should take a screen, you should take a, if you see it
I
again,
should
take
have,
a
I did,
screen,
yeah.
take a screen capture, either send it to me or send it to Jeff.
Okay, will
Yeah.
do. Because I was really upset seeing that. I said, as a distributor, I'm doing the work to encourage people to use our products, and this is right as a part of the post.
On a Niken post, a corporate
On
Yeah,
an
I think
post?
Niken
it was,
post. You know how
I,
it sometimes has an AI thing on it, and then you click on it, and so I sometimes do. And because I'm hoping that they'll give me access to research studies or something that, this is talked about. And no, this was totally derogatory.
That is
Nothing
so
is
weird.
proven,
Which
50
product was it?
years, the biggest blind, double-blind study in the history of mankind. It's been 50 years
50
and going,
years.
and you want to tell me it's not
don't have to
proven?
convince me,
Okay.
Mike. Don't have to
Yeah, I
convince
know,
me.
but we're not
It's
there
Dr.
just
yet.
Michael Weintraub did the double-blind placebo
controlled,
test,
yeah.
which is
With
the ultimate in science.
392 patients in 18 universities. It was one of the most
Yeah.
comprehensive double-blind studies ever done, and proved not only does the Nikken products, the insoles, effective for diabetic neuropathy, they actually regrow nerves. That was not expected.
Yeah. That surprised Dr. Weintraub for sure.
Yeah.
I'll tell you because I had a nerve-related injury for which I had major neurosurgery years and years and years ago. Okay. And the one of the doctors that saw me, he said, when you're in your 60s, your nerves might start growing back. And I had experienced that something was changing over the years. But let me tell you, since I've been in the sleep system, now I can't say all this because on the brand night or whatever, because of compliance, but I've been noticing that those little sparks are going off just the
Mm.
same way. And I know the nerves are regenerating. I know it. I feel it.
Yeah. I had a similar situation I had when I had my back surgery, and that was 15 years before I joined Niken. They took bone from the top of my hip, and that area had been completely numb all those years.
Mm-hmm.
And shortly, I can't remember how long, I wish I'd documented it. Not long after I started using the back flex and, the sleep system and everything, I put my hand on that hip and I thought I had my hand on the wrong hip because I could actually feel my hand touching that. So I
Yeah.
put my hand on the other hip and went, oh my God, it's back.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, mine's improved too. It's under my arm and it was already improving, but I
Mhm.
feel like it's improving at a faster rate now.
Yeah.
So,
So,
yeah, when I saw
just
that post, I was upset.
I guess. Well, yeah, see if you can capture it next time. Yes,
Okay.
Michael.
just to recap on the nature of the calls that I'm on, what I'm sharing with people. Um, I'm basically creating an understanding of where Niken is at and where we are going, and the opportunity that they have to be one of the people who helps us get there. So it's the when Niken came to North America, they were 16 or 14, I think 16 or 14 years old. They had already done $1 billion in Japan. And so I saw, wow, what an amazing opportunity to work with a company that has already established itself and proven proof of concept, and then to take it into the market that's never heard of it. Like,
Mhm.
what a winning combination.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's exactly the same. It's exactly the same because if we look at our market penetration and brand recognition, it's 2%. It's under 2%. And the demographic that recognizes it is the baby boomers, which is 61 years of age and older. So anybody below 61 years of age, the chances of them having heard of Nikken is small.
Mhm.
Having Nikken products, almost zero. Being involved in creating the distribution of Nikken, nothing. So it's the same thing as having a company that has a 50-year-old track record, billions of dollars in proof of concept, but a market that's brand spanking new that doesn't know we exist.
Mhm.
So, the other parallel I draw is the music industry. The music industry is always there,
Mhm.
but what changes is the next superstar. There's always another star. There's always another star. And if there wasn't, the music industry wouldn't have anything to promote. It would die. So the industry relies on the turnover, the new and up incoming stars. And that's true in corporate America. If a corporation's been around more than 20 years, it doesn't have the same CEO and president. It doesn't have the same vice presidents. It doesn't have the same management team. They've come and gone. They've been replaced. So if a company is going to be around, if it's worth keeping around, there's going to be opportunities for people to be involved in that company's existence and movement. Well, Nikken is, you have to ask, is it relevant? Is
Yeah.
Nikken relevant today?
Now
More
more
so
than
than
ever.
ever. Yeah.
Are the products relevant? So if Nikken is relevant, the products are relevant, the opportunity to earn an income is relevant. Number one thing that people are looking for online is how to make money. So if Nikken is relevant, it's still current and relevant, then we have an absolutely golden opportunity for somebody who wants to take Nikken, like in the music industry, and become the next star. And that's
The
really what I'm
next
telling
Mike
people.
Dimuccio.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm telling people. I'm saying, if you want to, if you want an opportunity, an opportunity to really create something big in your life, this is it. So I'm giving them the encouragement that they could be the next superstar in Nikken.
Hmm.
And people will deal with it one of two ways. They'll either feel, ooh, that's too big, that's too much pressure on me, or whatever. If that's the case, then they're not really an entrepreneur, because an entrepreneur would be chomping at the bit. They would be like, okay, how big is big?
Mhm.
Hmm.
So I listen for the reaction. And then I know whether I'm dealing with somebody who has legitimate potential or somebody who's going to be too timid about it and, count them, they'll remove themselves from the equation on their own
Hmm.
accord.
Hmm.
So I'm that right now. I'm hunting, I'm head hunting for the face of Nikken for the next 30 years. And Marissa, there's all kinds of opportunities for people who are, you know,
Yeah,
interested in having a real shot at the brass ring.
I agree.
Hmm. Hmm.
Because
Nudge,
my
nudge,
dinner,
wink, wink.
yeah. Because it's funny, Bailey, when you're saying that you're seeing all these at the Nashville, and we're seeing all these 70-year-olds, 80-year-olds dancing around. I'm going to be 51 this weekend. And my core group, I've never heard them complain so much about pain. And they're like, well, how come? What about you? I said, what about me? And I explained to them my wrist and and they're just looking at me. I'm like, okay, when you're ready, I'm here. Try it.
Yeah. That's all you can do.
That's the perfect time to say, if you knew you were going to live this long.
What's
Exactly.
the next 20 years going to look like if
Yeah.
you're already complaining at this point? Like,
Exactly.
what are you going to do about it? If I could show you a way to pay for all the products you want, would you be interested in looking at this?
Yeah.
See, there's another way of spinning it, because you've got to get them to not think about you've got to approach it in a way where we're not pigeonholing them into being a customer,
Yeah.
and that the conversation with us and them is,
Yeah.
I'm the seller, you're the buyer. It's like I said on Monday, you want to create a buying environment, not a selling environment.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
you ask questions, you let them opt in on those questions. I'm looking for people who want to live like they're 20 years old in their 60s. Do you know anybody? I'm looking for people who want to retire, before 65, and have the ability to not only enjoy their money, but their body and function. Don't know anybody? Like, it's leading questions that will prompt them to either opt in or not. And the thing is, those questions are a little bit more advanced than, how would you? So the second you say you in there, it sounds like you're trying to sell them. Like, this is what about you? It's like, I'm looking for nobody.
Mhm.
It's an indirect approach, but I think it creates more of a buy-in versus a sales approach.
Mhm.
And people don't want to be sold, but everybody wants to buy.
Yeah.
You're right, because I can literally see people now running, even on the phone, running away as soon as that you word comes in. It's like they're thinking more about how do I get out
Yeah.
of this rather than
Mhm.
hearing what I'm saying.
Right?
I
Yeah.
get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good awareness for sure.
The only caution I was going to give Marissa is I have a very good friend who's a retired nurse and has done well for a single mom raising a son. But we have an early in the morning conversation. Lynn, let me have my pain pills take effect. And she'll ask me so many times, how come you are able to do this? How come you're how come you can play with your grands? I said, Sherry, this is how I live. But she chooses not to spend the money. She bought a sleep system and water from me. And I don't even bother. Take your pain pills, live painfully, stay away from me. And that's what you're going to come across as well.
Yeah.
She's a good person. I'm not judging her, but I'm
Just
not
not too
going to.
smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not everybody's
No.
awake.
She
Yeah.
she knows me for years, and yet she's got more money than me, but that's expensive for her. She'd
Well, as
rather take
Bob
a pay.
Proctor would say, it's all about their paradigm.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if you want to help somebody improve their circumstances, they must
Yeah.
shift their paradigm.
Yeah.
And don't
You got
forget,
it.
we're the tail end of a generation that still sort of believes what doctors say.
Mhm.
True
Our
that.
parents were definitely, they listened to the doctor, and you can't change that mindset.
That paradigm.
That's why that video today was so important. The doctor is saying it's like he's ready to take out his prescription pad and say, buy a sleep system. Seriously.
Well,
Mhm.
that's going to happen in January. I shouldn't say anything.
Michael.
You're on a roll
I
today,
heard about
Mike.
that too from somewhere, but
Yeah.
and they were cut off. I don't know who it was. Maybe it was you.
Well, all I can tell you is what's in the conversations. What's in right now is the people that I had at the event were there to regain an understanding and appreciation for how Nikan is representing themselves today, because they are involved in the development of a program that we hope to launch in January, which will involve health professionals. It'll be a way for health professionals to be involved with Nikan without having to become a quote network marketer. They'll have their own portal, they'll have their own process, and they'll have their own benefits. But then you'll be able to go to every health professional, from massage therapist to you name it, and provide them with a conversation that they would never say no to.
Interesting.
And it's not, would you like to join me in my business or anything like that. It's this company is sponsoring people like you, just like
Then
with the
how would
health,
that
like,
work?
Wait
I'm not
until
going to tell you.
January.
Oh, now my
Michael,
brain is
interesting.
working.
It will speak for itself.
My daughter
It-
saw a osteo bone surgeon. What do you call specialist?
Orthopedic.
Orthopedic
Orthopedic
surgeon.
Orthopedic
surgeon.
surgeon.
For some recovery. And guess what? He had back issue for years. And until his wife and him changed into going the natural way, nothing changed. And besides being this specialist at Hamilton Big Hospital, he's going to be going to a school to become, what do you call, qualified doctor, and he's saying this is the answer. So he came right away to my mind, and I really never heard that recently
Yes.
around here, and that I'm talking about this year.
Yeah.
yeah, well, it'll be
Realizing.
exciting.
As
Yeah.
Bob
So-
Dylan said, the times they are a changing.
Yeah.
You're in the right place.
I was laughing last night when they announced the double point Wednesdays, because if you recall, one of my takeaways from the Nashville was was Luis talking about the restaurant industry
Yeah,
and the
yeah, yeah.
specials
That
in the
fit
first
in, yeah.
couple of weeks. And here Nikan has the restaurant Wednesday.
Yeah, two of them.
Yeah.
$2 Tuesdays at the movie theaters.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Oh,
First two full week Wednesdays. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's brilliant. We're going to see a lot more silvers soon, Michael. Leo's got two in the hopper. And I don't know who else has one ready to go, but Leo
I
is
almost-
leading
And she
the way.
chickened out.
I
Who's that?
almost have someone ready to sign, and she said, "Oh, because I did the pH water demo with her, because she owns a water store."
Mhm.
And she says, "If you give me some brochure," she says, "I'll be more than happy to promote it," because she's got a dear friend that has cancer, and she's looking for alkaline water, and she sells RO water. So, but she says, "Well, I don't really want to talk myself out of water sales." And that was an opening for me. So I said to her, "Can I do a pH test for you?" And so I brought all the stuff over to her store. And when she saw the box, she said, "Nikan." She says, "I was with Nikan 30 years ago."
Oh,
Maybe
wow.
when they had the blue roller, you know,
Wow,
and
that's 30
that's
years ago. Yeah.
got, yeah, because when I started, it was the green one, and that was,
The blue
anyway.
one was not magnetic.
No, I
That's
know, I
right.
told her that, but and I also told her about the We Accelerate program, and people in my neighborhood, if you want to call it, or geographical area, um, when they're cheap, they're Dutch, and they don't want to pay retail for anything, but they don't want to sign up to be consultants because they don't want to have to do the business. So I said to her, just tell them, become a member of the wellness community. It costs less than the price of Costco, and you can buy all the products wholesale. And I said, and the renewal's only $20. And she thought that that was a really good approach. And I said, and you can tell them if you love the product so much and you refer other people, the company will actually pay a referral fee. So, like, it's sort of getting them thinking differently about the same thing. And so she said she was working and she kept getting interrupted by people who wanted her to fill water jugs. And she said, if we sit down together when I'm not working, how long is this going to take? And I said, well, I said, it just depends on how many questions you have. I said, it could be over in 10 minutes. Or I said, if you keep having questions, I said, it could take as long as it's going to take. So my next step with her is setting an appointment with her to get her questions answered.
Okay,
But she's ready to sign.
yeah. And if you're building the diamond business that you committed to, Paula,
Yep.
she can be part of your team for sure.
Oh,
And
for
she's
sure.
not one of the people that doesn't sound like she's one of the people who will be an entrepreneur and go forward with it and build a
Oh, I
business.
think she will because she is well, let's put it this way. When I first talked to her, because I was looking for a spigot for a 3-gallon jug because we were doing that charity golf tournament, and she didn't have a spigot that would fit it. But right after that meeting, I went and had my massage, and my massage therapist said she would be really good in ECAN. She says, because she has a really good business mind and blah, blah, blah. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see for sure.
Mhm.
Yes, Maureen.
Oh, I
Yes,
was waving
Leo.
at Leo, who's leaving. So
You're
just
I have
leaving,
a
Leo?
call. I have a
Or-
call. And I have a call.
au revoir, à bientôt.
Bientôt, right?
Yeah. Bye, Leo.
Bye, Leo.
So, Michael, I like the new rule. You can't talk about the past. I think that's hard for some of us, and it's really important because, particularly what we were reading on the chat, this person who obviously is way back there with a stick up his, you know what, and
Knows.
I thought
whenever
she was
we,
Gen Z because it's all lowercase and no punctuation.
I thought it was a guy. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Anyway, that at NECAN, we're at the event, the convention, it was really clear that we celebrate the past, but we don't live in it, right? And we're moving forward. It's a whole new business with, you know, such an exciting future. I mean, the timing couldn't be better. The product development couldn't be better. Sell what you love or it'll go off the shelf. I love that.
Yeah.
What a great month to sell sleep systems, right? I've got a few people in
Honest to
mind.
goodness, if we had nothing but a sleep system,
We would have a
I think
big business.
I think we would do a lot better.
I
No,
think
and
so.
the insoles, and the insoles.
Okay, and the insoles. We'll give you that. But we, and as Louise said
Oh,
today
and the water.
on our Power Leaders call, we are the only network marketing company that has sleep technology. So
Yeah.
that really does set us apart.
Yeah, and that is going to be the centerpiece of the program in January.
Yeah. Sleep.
And it should be, there's a lot
Yeah.
of gimmicks online, this sheet or this stuff. There's a lot of talk about sleep, but there is
Yeah.
nothing concrete that is there other
And
than
it is such a main contributor to
Yes.
health and longevity, to mental issues. I mean, it's so stress alleviation, like it's so important that we're missing the boat on this. Nick ought to
Are.
be the sleeping giant.
Yeah, we should be
And
more, yes.
And if
They
young
used to
people
have
are,
a brochure. They used to have a brochure about that, the sleeping giant.
yeah.
again, you're talking about the past.
Ah,
No, but
So
what I'm saying is we are the sleeping giant.
Yes.
Right.
Well, you
And,
could
you
say
know,
I
we
meant
I'd like
it
to
should be the
I'd
sleep
like to
system.
create a brochure about that.
Yeah. If young people are looking for gut health and mental health, sleep.
Yeah.
I mean, the gut product is ideal also to augment that, but without the proper sleep, even the gut health can't help you as much as it can if your body has done its
and even the water.
rest and restoration.
Honestly, when I sell the the golden gut formula, I tell the people, I say, you can have it with your normal water, but it would be far more effective, well worth your money if
Yeah.
you had it with Nican water.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They
Yeah.
do fit all together.
Hydration.
Yeah.
Smart hydration. The
Smart
reason why you're
hydration.
drinking water is to hydrate.
And then they pay what, $5 for that smart water bottle, you know, with all
Does
kinds
that
of
means they're not very smart, I say.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
All right, that's 7:02, buddies.
I think it's a wrap. And
It's a
what
wrap.
we'll do between this week and next, please send me your bios, put together the answers, you know, to those 3 questions and see which pillars, which principles come in for you in that. And I'm sure we'll have it all covered.
Yeah. And don't read it.
No,
If
but
anything, just give yourself some points if you want to remember points that you want to make, because you want
Yep.
this to be inspiring. And inspiration means it comes
Yeah.
from the heart.
and
Yes.
stories, experiences, experiences. That's what we're here for. So thank you, Michael, for coming on today to give us direction for that. And really sad you won't be on the call with us to wrap up, especially the financial piece. And we'll do it. We're all quite capable.
Cool. I know
Okay.
you are. Yeah.
Good night, all.
Good
Okay.
night.
Night.
See you in a couple of hours.
All right.
Yes. Yes. Entrepreneurs being more.
Yes.
Don't miss it.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay.
Night,
Bye.
everybody.
Bye.